Gentlemen, to game number 1. This is between Secret and SY. This is a best of 3, and I was just saying moments ago, I'm hyped for this. I've been casting games for a couple years and never expected to be doing this full time. Never expected to have so many numbers watching. So thank you guys for being here, and thank you for the support today. In the blue, we have Mr. Yo for SY. Mr. Yo is playing as the Ethiopians, and then his ally is Lix. Lix is in the green, playing as the Slavs. Up against Lix for Secret, we have Slam. Slam the man. He's playing as the Aztecs, and then we have the Viper in the yellow playing as the Ethiopians. So, Ethiopians for both teams. However, the difference is Aztecs and Slavs. And I'm really curious immediately, what is Aztecs going to bring to the table? Because normally you would expect a Viper to go as something like archers with Ethiopians. Aztecs, they don't have scouts, and we've seen today that Mesosivs actually aren't all that good if they're going for eagles. This map is called Gorge. We saw this earlier on in the day, so perhaps you could see players want to go for their unique units. All the stone on the map is in the Gorge here. There's plenty of gold, plenty of wood on your little hill, and it's very wallable. We'll find out soon enough. I'm just looking at the maps to see the layout, so I know. A Slam is forward, perhaps looking to lame Lix. He just bypassed the bore of Lix at the start, though. Maybe he'll go back out for it. I think Lix could easily wall in the front, into the edge of the map. And Slam has an incredibly easy wall off. We look at Viper, already starting the house walls. Where's his gold? Ooh, interesting. He has 3 golds on the back. Of course! Of course! Best player in the world gets the best map in the world. I'm just kidding. It's not really all that good until he walls. But that's, of course, a good position for it. And then we have Yo. Yo, for a while, is arguably number 2. I think nowadays people would probably put him number 3 in the pecking order, at least in 1v1s. But he could also wall up. Again, I don't think the maps will really be an issue for players. And Slam will likely not get a lame in here. So often in 2v2s, you see one person go archers, the others go scouts. So, Mr. Yo is Ethiopians. I'm fairly certain that he will either go Drush into archers, or he will go straight archers. I think archers will be involved. And then Lix will likely go scouts, or he could go straight into knights. So that makes perfect sense for me as far as the compositions go here. Whereas I don't know what the Secret players have planned for Slam. Viper's walling up like crazy. Let's go. We haven't had enough T90 walls in the chat today. Let's fat slob it, guys. Viper's walling up like crazy, which makes me think he will go for a fast castle and probably crossbows. But what will Slam go for? Well, he's building the barracks rather early. Maybe he will drush, full wall, and then fast castle, and boom, we'll see soon enough. We've seen a lot of walling today. We've seen a lot of walling, and it makes sense. When your civilizations have strong options in the Castle Age, sometimes you just want to get there as fast as possible. I'm going to try and avoid giving shoutouts, but guys, I'm going to do this right now. Kraka, thank you for 9 months, dude. A Bunker Boy with $20 donation. I don't think I could bring Tattoo into co-cast. Yeah, he would be biased, of course, but in the future, I've had Tattoo on a few times. In the future, we can bring him back on. And Chewy, thank you very much as well. Thank you, guys. Also, a good point from someone in the chat. Fraff says, Monk Siege, maybe. That's the only thing that came to mind when I saw Aztecs. But on a map like this, that's going to be pretty awkward to do. We'll find out soon enough. Seems like Drush Fast Castle for both Secret players. And only 3 militia for Slam. And he's also, this is intentional, he's also going to try and delay the Vills from walling up. Will be scouts for Lix. And I assume it will be archers. Yep, archers for Mr. Yo, so I was right on that. And Viper's full walled. Viper's full walled before 10 minutes. And he clicks up. Yo did get his extra attack on his scout. It'd be interesting to see if he can find that villager again. Viper will need to be careful there. And the Drush, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? The Drush did that much damage. That's so sloppy from Lix. He should have scouted that possibility. And he wanted to build the stable on the front. So that's a very successful drush from Slam. For those that might be new to the game or might not know the terminology, Dark Rush or drush stands for Dark Age Rush, and it's not necessarily meant to kill vills, it's just meant to delay. And that is big. It forces your opponent to build gates. Build a stable where they wouldn't want the stable. Currently the gold is denied. These houses are denied. All of that adds up. And it also gives Slam a ton of time. Not only has he done that, but he's delaying the berry villagers. And you need food if you're going to go scouts. Lix's economy just looks disastrous. Well done, Slam. Where's Viper's Weakville? She's right there. I think Yo knows about it as well. And here come Yo's archers. Yep. He sees her. See? He's going for her. He can kill that Vill. Or he can act like he's going to go in and delay Viper. But Viper, as expected, building an archery range, he's going fast castle. If this was a 1v1, the immediate response from Yo would have been to come forward with a tower. However, that's more risky in a 2v2. And we've seen this a lot today, as I said, and players have not gone forward to build towers. The reason you would do that is because currently, Viper would just wall until he gets to Castle Age. Best way to stop them from walling up more is to build a tower. But it's a bit too much of an investment when Slam could come over with whatever he's going with and push. So Slam is the only one I have question marks over. Oh, here we go, of course. Here we have a forward from Lix. So he is going to push. Slam is the only one I really have question marks over. And when he finishes the market, he'll click up to Castle Age 2. And that's a lot on gold for a guy who's not making eagles. So maybe it will be Siege and Monks. I don't think Lix can get in here. Now, Viper, oh boy. Viper knows he needs time. This is still wide open. And he's going to build a few gates here. It is risky to do this. Sure, you get to Castle Age faster, but you're kind of limited with what you can do until then. Oh, he's also housed at the moment? Oh, he's going to run into wolves as well. I'm sorry, Viper, but this kind of brings me happiness. Every time Viper gets attacked by a wolf, T90 woo, perfect. But I really don't think he'll be in an issue, a pickle, as Doubtin Viper would say. Because he will get the plus 100 food and plus 100 golds. Actually, where's his military? 3 military? Yeah, this is amazing from Yo to be able to force this. Such a risky play. And the tower from Lix is epic. How the hell did he get a tower up there? Slim is trying to build a counter tower. He had to delete his mining camp. He's losing so many villagers HP. Surprised he hasn't lost one yet. Wow, the aggression is paying off for SY. That's so annoying for Slam. He has no gold in his base. No gold in his base. You know what, guys? Remember that one scout from Lix? He scouted all of this. And he actually towered that. That is a genius move. Viper has built gates. But Viper, he hasn't walled this off. So what Yo is doing is he's splitting armies. He has this army, which is distracting Viper. And then he'll loop this army around. Viper is not going to have a clue about this. And another tower now going up for Lix. Slam wanted to go Eagles, I suppose. He's making the Eagles now, but that's a very slow move. I didn't like the Aztec choice. And Viper is surprised he'll lose 2 villagers. And probably more. Viper, Earth to Viper. 3 villagers down. This is why Drush Fast Castle can be risky. And Viper is now pushed off of gold. He's building a second TC. This game, I didn't expect this. I really didn't expect this. You know, when you see Viper and Slam go for walls, you have to figure that they're gonna be okay, despite the risk. And pretty soon, you'll probably see Lix click up to the next stage, and you will see Yo click up to the next stage. So it's now up to Viper and Slam to take advantage of their Castle Age techs a little bit. I do think Slam, with the Eagles, and their repairs in the tower, will push Lix away. No, Lix is being as annoying as possible. And I think Viper now with Bodcanero should be able to push Yo away. But Yo is very close to clicking up to Castle Age, and I don't think Viper will have the numbers to kill Yo. What a start for Yo. What a start for Licks in game 1. Another tower from Licks. This is typical SY. This is typical SY. Another tower. And I know it looks ridiculous, but it is smart. Because Slam does not have gold. You only get 2 golds, and they're right here. So the longer he delays Slam, the more difficult it is for Slam. Saying that, though, Slam is getting closer and closer, and Licks will need a backup plan. And I believe Licks will go for Knights in Castle Age. I wonder if Yo can come over here. Nah, these do have 2 defense upgrades on them, so maybe not. And Slam's tower does range this tower, but it's auto-attacking the house, so just more time wasted here. And here comes Viper. So, looking at the Vil counts, it'll be pretty even. The Viper's on 2 TCs. He might actually catch up here. The Stone Gates really delayed him because he will be unable to add the 3rd TC. So, what he'll probably do is build the market and buy whatever stone he needs for the 3rd TC. And it is Viper. So, Viper has the faster firing crossbows. We know his micro is good. However, Yo will have a lot more in the bank, and Yo can go immediately to 3 TCs. So if this was a 1v1, I'd say this is currently a pretty close game between Yo and Viper. I do think Licks is overextended a little bit, but, you know, as I say that, again, he will go for Knights. He is Slavs, so he'll have a strong boom, and he's fully walled at home. Or at least, will be soon fully walled. And I don't think Yo will be surprised by Viper here. But he does have to decide to go forward or to defend, because if he calculates this enough where he has just enough crossbows at home in the ranges, he could go forward. He's doing that, and Viper's going to be in trouble. These crossbows are going to go right in. Viper's going to lose a Vil. The Palisade wall will go down. Mr. Yo looking very strong, and there are the TCs. Viper sending a few crossbows over to hit Licks, maybe because of he knows the gold is close. But I think Viper will lose those crossbows if he shows his hand. And Viper builds a siege workshop for Maganel. This is a good first game. This is pretty close now. Slam has his gold back, for those wondering. Pretty sick stuff. Pretty sick stuff. This is a good first game. Viper running around. Great thing about what Viper just did is Yo's army, the rest of his army, is no longer thinking about going forward. You've got to be kidding me, though. If Yo can micro this down... Yeah, I was going to say, Viper has to leave that gold. Because Yo could easily micro that Maganel down. And now Viper, he has a gold here, gold here, gold here. Remember those 3 golds in the same spot? Remember the hacks? Well, it actually hurts him now. Because he didn't wall properly. And here Viper again running away. And where's that push forward from Licks? I'm waiting for that next. I want to see him go to Viper's base. I want to see him go to Viper's base. Because that's where Slam's going. Slam's going to help Viper. Maybe if Licks goes here, because Slam will probably arrive here with his Eagles soon. Yo, probably doing the wise thing to run away. Here come the Eagles from Slam. Slam could clean this up. And Slam has 12 more villagers than Licks. So Licks needs to do some damage. Kind of weird, he's only on 1 TC. Why is he only on 1 TC? Alright. Oh, man. The score just went into SY's favor, but I think the secret players are going to get it back in a second. Where's Slam going? Yo, Slam. Where are you going, man? He didn't want to fight that for some reason. Close game. Close game. And Viper again scrambling away, and now he can TC that gold. So Knights and crossbows are better at this stage. Now, the problem with Knights is they're kind of more expensive than Eagles. Aztecs have a very strong boom in Castle, and they can hit Imperial Age faster than most civs. So I think as long as Viper and Slam just hold for now, Slam will have a faster Imperial, and then with the Eagle that can really change things. But +2 defense on these Knights means that the Maganels will go down. And Viper will not be able to repair that. And Licks takes this fight. Is Yo trapped? That's the question. Well, these are faster firing crossbows, and Lix has more knights on the way. More crossbows on the way for Yo. Everything that was back at home for Yo is now forward, and he has 45 military. To put things in perspective, Yo has as many crossbows as his ally does villagers. And Viper could be in trouble. You know what? His reinforcements from his ranges will also be cut off. You see the direction they have to run? Oh, and Viper's getting a horse collar at 30 minutes. I know Dave... Hold on. Dave left. Is this Dave? Let me call him real quick. Yo, Dave. This guy got horse collar at 30 minutes. Are you sure you're not playing for him? Alright, apparently it's Viper. 30-minute horse collar. That hurts. And that was due to the pressure that Yo put on him. As I said, the ranges will just be taken down. Viper shoots with his Mangonel. That's a decent shot. But he's going to need more than one shot to save his skin here. One thing I will say is that SY shouldn't get trapped because Slam can send Eagles in here. And Viper is slinging Slam. He just... This might not be a continuous sling, but he just sent resources to Slam so Slam can get to Imp. And this is while Yo is on the way to Imp. And I think this is a smart move. Viper's on the back foot. Go towards Slam if you're SY. And Slam has to run back. He'll lose 2 of his monks. 200 gold down the drain. He'll lose a knight. He'll lose an eagle. 2 eagles. And he needs to click up. He's waiting for his buildings. And he'll click up now. Oh, this is a good game. This is a good game. This is a very good game. Unfortunately for Yo, he can't range the gold from Slam. I think Lix needs to continue to make knights. If he were to click up to the Imperial Age now, he would sacrifice numbers of knights. And Slam, if he kills the knights, can then easily kill the Arbs from Yo. Where's Viper? Viper's sending 3 Mangonels. It's a good sign for SY that Viper's relying on mainly Mangonels. In my opinion, Viper's been the weakest player in this first game. And Slam, it's all on him now. And this is a guy that hasn't played too often for Secret, or too often for Tyrant. I think he has the talent, but he has to execute. Imperial Age is a long way away. He's only halfway there. These crossbows are clumped, though. I'm really scared that Viper's Mangonels could get shots. Yo hits the Imperial Age. Arbalest, Bracer, Chemistry immediately. And now Lix will see the Mangonels, and the... I think they can stay here. With the additional range and the Ethiopian firing speed, the Mangonels won't do as much. That's Slam's Imperial Age TC. Slam, he's building more barracks. He's trying to make as many eagles as possible. Viper's military really won't offer much. What a game, and Lix is doing exactly what he should do. Continuing the knight production. Full upgrades on them. And Yo, be careful, Yo! Yo! That should not have happened. Luckily, he has upgrades on them. And they're going in right when Slam hits the Imperial Age, and they're deciding to take the fight now. Lix will kill the Mangonels. Yo's crossbows, they really aren't helping versus the Eagles. And Slam is running back into his hole here, waiting for the upgrades. Oh my goodness, now they have to fight the Eagles. Look at this. How awkward is this? They have to fight the Eagles. And Slam needs to take a fight, obviously. He's only at 120 population. His villagers will die here. And now Lix needs to turn and fight. If Slam doesn't clean this up, it's game over. And that is a lot of Eagle Warriors. He does have the final defense upgrade. It's about the knight numbers, really. Will it be enough from Lix? It's close. It is very close. Yo's getting siege ram. He's pushing... Actually, he's in Viper's base. This is game over. This is game over, and I assume it's going to say stream ended here in a second. We're seeing the in-game chat again, so it should be done. Wow. That was crazy. I don't often use the term greedy when I'm casting a tournament. I'll say it in rated games, but I think it was a very greedy strat from Secret in game 1. When you full wall with Palisades and make no military in feudal, you're just opening up the you're giving your opponent an edge, right? You're giving them an opportunity to try and come and kill you. And you see it a lot from Secret players like Doubt and Viper especially. They're very experienced, and they're very good at knowing how to calculate it. So they can get away with getting that extra eco. They're not overly aggressive players, but it was particularly weird how surprised Viper seemed by the archers of Yo. And Viper went forward once. Slam never went forward. It's just a very passive strategy choice. Yeah, so apparently there was a drop here, and then the GG was called immediately after, so we didn't miss anything. This is not the first time we've seen Mezzo Civ chosen with an Archer Civ, and it doesn't make sense to me. I think that you give your opponent a pretty big edge. We'll see what Secret can do in game 2. There's the KD. Mr. Yo played out of his mind there. Lix's tower was disgustingly good. And also how long he kept up that second tower played into things. Yo had more food, wood, and gold. And Viper, he had less food, wood, and gold than anybody. Good decision from Viper to sling, though. Once you get into that position, you have to sling, because otherwise it's just that much more difficult. So SY gets the win. This is a best of 3, and the next game will be on Team Island. Oh, this will be fun. This will be fun. So, a little bit of history for you. A little bit of Age of Empires 2 history. I know this is a 2v2, but many of you have probably never heard of this tournament before. There was a tournament, it was WSVG, and it was in the Maldives, so 8 players qualified. And in the final, it was Mr. Yo and Viper. It was a best of 5, and Mr. Yo was up 2-0. Viper came back to win 3-2, and every time Viper got an opportunity to choose a home map, he chose water. And I think more people now know that, but if I were to have asked many of you before I made that comment what Viper's home map would be, you'd probably say Arabia or Lands map, right? So we'll see what the civs will be. We'll see what the strategies will be. I casted an amazing Team Islands game earlier between another Chinese team, Frantic, and Aftermath. Highly suggest checking out that YouTube video or the past broadcast. But anyhow, I'm excited. I'm excited. So I want to go through this again because right before this final set, people just went crazy. Matt, thank you again. Matt donated $100 to the stream. Thank you, Matt. I don't know what T90 Snail is in reference to. I don't know if anyone knows, but I sure don't. But thank you, man. That's very generous, as well as the sub today. Bunker Boy and Chewy, thank you again. Ear Fungi donated $5. He said, thanks for the great commentary. You keep this game alive, but then again, it's a great game, isn't it? It is. It is a great game, but we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the players and, of course, the content creators and then the viewers, right? It's a threefer. Most of these players that are playing it, they're playing for the love of the game. There's more money in it now, which is beautiful for us because the games will just get better once there's more money in the game. But these guys, they stuck around this game for years and years and years before there were thousands of viewers. Darkest D, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Do I have anyone who's new to the stream today? I'm seeing lots of new faces on the stream. What's up, my friends? You can't see me. I'm doing my salute. Okay? I'm new. Well, the first 3 people who said they were new are not new, but that's expected nowadays. What's up, everybody? Glad you could be here. Dude. Enjoy the subs, everybody. I hope you're ready to see that little pop-up there another 100 times, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Okay, so I'm a little bit taken back by that. Matt just gifted 100 subs to the stream, so 100 of you who are not subscribed, enjoy the emotes. To all my subs out there, can we get some spam going for Matt? and for game number 2. I'm gonna remove the alerts actually, because this will go for a solid hour. So Matt, thank you again. We have game 2, guys. We're gonna get right into casting it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2 between Secret and SY. In game 1, SY got the victory in, I'd say, convincing fashion. It was unexpected how passive Slam and Viper played, and now Viper's playing on his preferred tournament map, I would say. That is possibly the wrong choice of words, but his best tournament map, and that is water. So we have Team Islands, Viper's in the yellow, he's playing as the Malay, and then in the red, we have Slam, and Slam is playing as the Italians. I don't think there's any surprises there. Whoa! We have Malians? Did he misclick Malay and choose Malians? Lix chose Malians? I just assumed it was Malay and Italians, but he chose Malians, and that rhymes. Anyway, so yeah, Lix is Malians. I honestly feel like he misclicked. Because Malay would be better, but we'll see how it goes. And then we have Italians for Mr. Yo. So earlier today, I casted an amazing game between AM and Frantic. And small spoilers here, so mute the stream for 30 seconds if you don't want to hear this. They were similar civs, and we saw 2 Dark Age transports. It's very rare that we see islands nowadays. I'm really liking the water mix with you know, all the different maps that this tournament provides. So let's see. It's not like lands maps where we would talk about the gold and stone positions, but I guess since we have the time, there are 3 golds here for Slam, and if there is a landing, that could easily be towered. I think that we'll see a Slam dock on the back or the front. If he docks on the front, that means he'll likely advance pretty early here, as Italians would, and fight for water. And Viper, I assume he'll dock on the front as well, but again, pay attention to the dock locations, because that can usually tell us what the strategy will be like. Yeah, you can unmute. You can unmute. You're good to go. I know you can't hear me saying you can unmute, but you can. Maps seem pretty even. Sometimes you have to worry about the location of the TC to the shoreline. Could be awkward for Lix. Could be awkward for Viper with their wood lines as the game goes on. Alright. So this is slower. So I know if this is on YouTube, you guys might not understand, but this is 6 hours and 6 minutes into the stream today. And I've been full-time for almost a year. I don't know if I'm ever going to stop getting feelsy with you guys. I feel like past a year I should probably be used to it. But the amount of people that show up, as I said yesterday, the game deserves it. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sure the players deserve it as well. It's always good to be playing in a game and having so many fans. Thank you, everybody. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! Not only are we getting gifted subs, but we're getting gifted boars. Let's go. This can happen sometimes. This can happen where there's 3 or 4 extra boars. What on earth? You normally don't see pro players take that, but Lix is like, this is an all-you-can-eat buffet, baby. Give me some of that meat. Please don't clip me saying, give me some of that meat. You can clip the before and after, but don't clip that phrase. That would be embarrassing. Slam is on the way up first. Slam is on the way up first, and as expected, he's going to be going for water aggression. He abandons all food. Slam doesn't want the meat, okay? He abandons all food. He'll build 2 lumber camps. He'll build a mining camp. Very neat build order. And Yo is also up. Yo is later. Yo's dock is on the front, and you know the drill if you've watched water before. It's about killing the fishing ships. Fishing ships are very important for your economy. One of the best food sources possible. So that build for Slam is so much faster. That's so important. But, of course, Yo, he's experienced. If he knows he's behind, he'll probably shift his fish a little bit. So, also, Lix and Viper up at almost identical times. We'll probably see the standard fire galleys into eventual galleys. So, no Dark Age transports, unfortunately, guys. I didn't mean to tease you with that. That happens once in a lifetime. Kappa. Slam makes the fire galleys first. And it's just about the little things at this level. You see how this dock isn't creating a fire galley? That's because you didn't go to gold early enough. It's that specific, right? So the couple seconds there could hurt Slam in a small way. But then again, he was faster, of course. So not a lot in it there. So, Lix is still getting boars and he's building a barracks. This is not your standard water fight. I think Secret will win water, and I think Lix is going to go for something tricky, like a transport. He took all the boars, because remember Slam, he abandoned all the food. Normally that's what you do. Really weird, he took all the boars. He built a barracks. Oh! The transport's already here, I didn't see it on the water. Oh boy. Alright. So, it's up to Viper and Slam to recognize this. It is up to Viper and Slam to recognize this. Viper, he should notice pretty quickly that Lix only has one dock. And then, where's his scout at? It's patrolling somewhere, right? See? He's gonna look for it. Because he doesn't see the dock, so naturally he'll look for it. And this scout is not on patrol, this scout is active. And, whoa, 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 whoa. Lix is going for scouts, that's peculiar. And Viper sees it. So, really good recognition from Viper. Going into a transport and scouts is really odd. But hey, Lix likes the free beef. Why not? If you're Yo, every fishing ship you kill here is a bonus. Because you should not win on water. Because it is kind of a 2v1. And his micro is really good, as is Slam's, by the way. The Slam... He has 4 fishing ships still, so his fish are still alive and well. And Viper immediately walls up everything. Look at this. Look at this. Just a few gates. I know Viper likes to say jebaited, so jagated. And now Slam has the wall up as well. The scouts could go to him, and wow, look at the walls. Make it look so damn easy. But he has a few villagers that are exposed. However, his TC is close, and this is a risky strat. To go for a landing, it's a risky strat. But if Mr. Yo is able to have success on water, the good thing for Mr. Lix is that his vills will be on his opponent, at his opponent's base. And now he's gonna add archers. And he could tower the golds. Remember I said 1, 2, 3 golds for Slam. It's all right here. So Viper built a barracks for spears, but he doesn't want to commit too much on land here. Water's still important. Mr. Yo is doing pretty good, but that demo shot was huge from Slam. That was an amazing demo. These two are weak. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was even better. He kills 2. This one's weaker now. Well done. But Lix is safe at home economically. Poof, that was... Look away from that. He's building a blacksmith at home. This is doable for SY. And I'd like to remind you, this is a best of 3, so if SY win this, Secret will not advance. Good tower from Slam. Very good tower. And now Viper, he needs to consider building some towers or skirmishers. Even skirmishers is questionable because of the scouts. He can't jagate his way out of this one. He needs to reposition the vills. I'm really liking this play from Lix. I'm really liking it. Oh. Oh, the scouts are in. Viper has to leave. Viper's villagers are idle. He has about 10 villagers idle. He's fighting with vills. He has spears coming. Will Lix see this? He does see it. He loses a scout or 2. But I like how he's used the archers to kill the spears. And 2 villagers are here and along for the ride. And Viper's under pressure. This is not the first time we've said that today. But Slam has done a heck of a job on water. Yo, still trying to hold on. I mean, it's tough for Viper because he's also helping on water, right? I wonder if it's worth it to build a tower with these vills. Maybe not at this point. If you can get to the gold, then tower or the wood. Yeah, okay, he goes for it. And Viper, he's been patient. He's been very, very patient. It's been dangerous. And he now knows he needs to leave this and go to this wood line or tower at home. And I think what he'll do is tower the gold. Tower the gold and then send the lumberjacks to the other wood line. Not bad for Licks. Not bad at all. Look at Vipersville's running. This is an aggressive game. This is what you would expect from SY. Still, the KD for Viper is not as bad as it could be. Still, Yo has not lost water, and you need to look at Slam's point of view. See, Slam seems to have a better economy than Yo. So, Slam... He could advance to Castle Age quicker. Where are Viper's extra gold? So he has this one. I believe this is his. And, wait a second. Viper has no gold. It's down here. Viper has no gold. Wow. This landing from Licks has then basically been perfect then. Killed a few units of Viper. Took Viper off water, which is what he's good at. And now can kill Viper's fish? That demo was good from Yo. Viper's running with his fishing ships. And Yo and Slam are on the way to the Castle Age at the exact same time. Though Yo, having left his docks to kill Viper, will lose his fishing ships to Slam. One heck of a game, guys. And Slam is actually going into 2 stables. This is just in defense. 2 stables in defense because of all the archers Licks has. It's so weird. This SY team played pretty bad in the finals last time around in the 3v3, or the 4v4 rather. And the 2v2, they're playing so good. Yo is on point, Licks is on point, and believe it or not, Viper is bottom score for Secret yet again. They're pressuring the right guy. And Viper doesn't think he can comfortably go out to this gold, which makes sense. And Licks is on the way up as Malian, sorry. Still, he's on his way up. His villagers are still here. He's going to build a stable so he can go knights or camels. And Viper's not even close to clicking up. I am shocked. I am shocked. It's all on Slam. And Slam is making a transport ship. Ooh. You know, maybe with some water control, you could transport a few knights to Yo's base. I think the play for Yo is to add TCs, though, so he might be secure. Viper's trying to tower his gold. Licks comes in. This tower seems so late for me. Viper went to stone so late. And I think Licks needs to be careful here. He wants to keep Viper off of gold, but you don't want to lose your army, Licks, and he's fighting against skirmishers with defense upgrades. That was good for Viper. Licks overextended really for the first time. And once he hits the Castle Age, he'll probably go for knights anyway. But still, he needs to keep his villas alive. He needs to keep his archers alive. These villagers should be walled in. Here comes Slam. The villagers are on the move. Viper's chasing down the archers. Was that the moment right there? Was that the moment where Secret will bring this back? It was just one slip up from Licks. One mistake. Definitely went too early there. Definitely went too early there. And he loses a villager, and Viper could kill this Vil before the stable goes up. Oh! It was not a doubt stable, guys. It was not a doubt stable. I would laugh if these units go into the transport ship. Apparently not. No, cancel crossbow. Damn it. He just got the crossbow upgrade, and he lost most of his units. Slam had the transport. I'm looking for it, guys. I don't see any units that have been landed. And Yo is booming, as I expected him to do. And Yo has won water, which makes sense, because Slam had to send the knights out. So yeah, Viper stabilized a little bit, but now they've lost water, which is kind of the main goal in this. And Licks is just distracting. He's giving Yo so much time to boom. Yo has a huge Vil lead. He still has a few fishing ships. Licks is just a distraction here. He really makes Viper and Slam think twice about going on water at all. So I think if you're Secret, you have to kill Licks, clean him up, and then somehow get back on water. And that's going to be tough, because Yo is Italians, and Yo will have the strongest boom. Yeah, these are just fire ships. Thank you, though. I saw the fires. Oh, there we go. There's the transport. So 3 knights. Well, Woodline's vulnerable. We'll see if Slam gets lucky. No monastery for Yo. Okay, so Yo is surprised by the knights, I'm sure. They have +2. I like that from Slam. He needed to try something. Viper is building a TC. And that could be denied. That could be denied. The plays from Lix and Yo this game. Unreal. Viper has not looked himself today. And this is just disastrous for him. He's only at 47 builds. He has knights and camels on him. The TC just being slowed down is an issue. His base is not looking good. This SY team is so unpredictable. One week they can be world beaters, another week they look like 1600s. But today, they're playing incredibly well. This is just insane. You have Lix now responding. Oh, probably has a monk on the way. Well, not yet. He could convert a few of these knights. The TCs are securing him though at home. So now I get the Malians pick. Remember I said, why Malians? Well, this makes more sense because if it was Malay in Castle Age in this situation, Slam would have cleaned this up already. Because Malay don't get camels and Malay don't get the upgrades that Malians do. And Viper's crossbows are just destined to die if he stands there. Yo's gonna have such a fast imp time. I don't see a way back for Secret. I genuinely don't see a way back. Because Yo's boom is so far ahead. He'll have 70 villagers soon. And Slam is at 54, Viper's at 50. And then Yo can transport some villagers, go condos. And then it's... I mean, that's the way I see this game going. Viper knocked out those 2 vills, though. But the Siege Workshop did go up. And there we go. So Yo's on his way to imp. He either goes water here. Oh, geez, where was that demo? Yeah, he either goes water here or he transports condos. Let's see. Yeah, transport. Yep. So he'll transport 5 vills. He'll drop some barracks, let's say here. And then he'll spam condos right into Viper's eco. And I think that's going to be the game. Incredible. We'll wait for those vills to arrive. I'm pretty sure my predictions are correct on that. The plays from Lix this game, man. The plays from Lix. The transport. The sneaky vills. Keeping Slam preoccupied. Keeping Viper preoccupied. He definitely won versus Viper. And then Slam, of course, had to help. And then everything just unraveled. And Yo, it's been an easy game, easy life for him. You know? Very easy stuff. And for sure, it's condos. Because he's getting chainmail armor. It's over. Secret's done. They're gonna crash out here. The second the barracks go up and Imperial Age comes in, there's no way back. Lix has 52 kills, 49 deaths, and he's been fighting 2 people on land. Yo has a pretty even KD, but he has so much more eco. And there's the Imperial Age. Slam can see this. He can't do anything about it. And the condos will start coming in. And even still, Lix is holding here. The problem is, Slam can't go to imp. Viper can't go to imp. So this only gets worse and worse for them. And there's a signal. And maybe they can gate it out. But even then, I think Yo could just transport around. It doesn't get any easier from here. Late bow assault from Viper there as well. So last game he got horse collar at 30 minutes. This time he got bow saw at 35 minutes. And Yo is building a castle here as well. And Slam rings the bell. That was of course a misclick, but that is a sign of what is to come. Panic. The panic bells have sounded. And in a best of 3, SY on the verge of winning this. If these condos get in, Slam is just done. So it's tough now because he needs to make knights to help Viper. He also needs to make knights to defend himself. And with an Italian castle, that means Genoese crossbows can follow, which kill the knights. these things have such high pierce armor. They're not going to call it because they don't want to lose the best of 3. But guys, I can tell you this game's over. Viper's building more TCs to try and reboom. They just now killed most of the army from Licks. Slam has sold some wood to buy some food. His farmers are idle. And Yo has gotten through. And this now gives Licks time at home, right? Licks can focus more on his boom at home if he wants. Doesn't necessarily need to create knights. I wonder if Yo... I guess Yo can just go for Trebs. Why not? Just go for Trebs. He could also start going for water. He could go for galleys if he wanted to. But Secret's trying to boom this out. They're trying their best to boom this out. I mean, they should. And another castle from Mr. Yo. He transported back over here. This castle will deny some of that gold. Mr. Yo has 160 population. Licks has more population than both Viper and Slam. Or at least it's very close. And Viper's on the way to Imp. Huh? Viper's on the way to Imp. He's losing Vills. He's building a castle. Does he want to go Karambits, maybe? I just feel like too many things are going wrong for them. Now Slam is dying. Viper is melee, so he could make some Karambits, but even then, he can't regain... He can't regain all of the map that Slam has lost. Because you can't push that. Yo has 22 condos. And there's the GG! There's the GG! They didn't want to call it. SY convincingly beat Secret in the quarterfinal. Best of 3, and pretty quick games. I think they were both around 35 minutes, right? And I know that there's a lot of people that root for Secret nowadays, but that is honestly a good sign for the Age of Empires scene, because over the past month or two with this Escape Champions League event, Secret, they've had all the points. Not all the points, but they've done really well. On the 1v1, they got Viper into the finals. In the 4v4, they won the finals, right? So the way this tournament works, again, as a refresher, is there's different events. There's 1v1, 3v3, 2v2, 4v4, and then based off how far you get points to qualify for the LAN. So after this, we will see the semifinals and the final of this next weekend. But after this, Secret, they're still going to be at the top, right? But that's huge for SY. That's huge for SY, and it is a sign that Secret is human. It is a sign that Viper is human, because I know Viper has all the fans, but he was kind of the weak link in both of those games. So, wow, well played. And you know what's baffling to me is that SY, they played so horribly in the 4v4, and then in the 2v2, it's just beast mode from them, you know? So weird. It's not like we're talking about different years. We're talking about a different month. A month later, they just destroy in a 2v2. Wow. Well, we're going to look at the achievements here. Licks with 97 kills, 97 units lost. In all honesty, the KDs were pretty similar, but that's not what it comes down to. It comes down to Yo having a free boom there. Licks, he was having a good boom as well. Both Licks and Yo had more eco than Viper and Slam. And you know what's cool? Why was that game won? Because of a transport. Because of a transport. And that's awesome, because back in the day when it was just feudal age transports, we never saw that. It was too much of a risk. So say what you want about the water meta, but we saw 2 Team Islands games today, and we saw 2 landings today, and it was pretty... Actually, technically 3. I don't want to spoil what happened in the other game, but awesome. There's the timeline, guys. I don't think that really matters. And great games today. So do we need to